Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new around here, hi, my name's Jennifer. I've been a licensed esthetician and a makeup artist for over 20 years. I have a podcast called Beauty Advice Made Simple, and I have this YouTube channel, and I am seriously dedicated to making beauty education and advice as easy as possible for you, especially if you're a woman over 40. You don't want crazy skincare routines that are time consuming. You just want to know what works, what should you do, especially as you're getting older, and you just want simple advice. So if that sounds good, stay tuned. So today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite summertime beauty rituals, and that is self-tanning. Now, I know there are a lot of you that like the idea of a good self-tanner, but the execution of using one, of fitting it into your beauty routine, you're busy enough. And the thought of self-tanning, the possibility of screwing up, getting streaks, not having it turn out the way that you want, it really makes a lot of us hesitant to even go there. But if you find a really good formula and a really good color match for you, it can really make a really big difference in your summer, makeup look. Like for myself, I have found a really good few products that I know really match well with my skin tone. I can use them on my face and my body. I can wear less makeup in the summertime, and I don't feel so pasty white when, we're showing more skin. We've got short sleeves, we're wearing shorts, we're wearing dresses and shorter skirts and things like that. And we don't necessarily want to look pasty. For myself, as I'm getting older, you have things that you want to cover up, especially on your legs. You have little spider veins and little things like that. And self-tanning really does help because it covers a multitude of sins all over our body and just gives us a really nice, pretty even glow. But again, so many of us are it's just too difficult. It's too time consuming. And you're wondering if you can even learn how to use a self-tanner and not have it be such a difficult and just time-consuming process. I'm here to tell you that self-tanning does not have to be a nightmare that takes over your entire beauty routine. Like anything else, it has to be well thought out and planned. But once you have a good plan, and it's a simple plan, and you execute it well, you'll learn it, you'll get the hang of it, and then self-tanning will be something that will be super simple and easy for you to do. And if you follow my advice, it could be something that you do literally once every 7 to 10 days. Because once you know what you're doing, it gets easier and easier every single time you do it. And you will be less hesitant to use a self-tanner in the first place because you're going to know what you're doing and because you're going to know that you're going to get great results. Now, I turned 50 this year. I have been using self-tanning products for literally almost 30 years, like a really long time. I know what I'm doing, okay? I have used so many different products. I've used so many different brands. I have used self-tanning creams. I've used self-tanning oils. I've used self-tanning lotions and gels and mousses and sprays, airbrush tanning, spray tanning booths, you name it. So based on all of these products and all this experience that I have literally honed my self-tanning routine down to a science. I know exactly what I'm doing, and I have tried to make the process for myself as simple as possible so that I won't dread having to do it. I've made it so that it's not intrusive, it's simple to do, and I really do get great results every single time. So that's what I want for you. I want you to be able to use a self-tanner, use it correctly, get great results. There are a lot of self-tanning videos here on YouTube, but I've streamlined the process to be as simple as possible to execute so that I don't have to waste a lot of time and effort. I want simple, I want easy, and I want results that last. So if you follow the instructions that I'm going to give you and you're using a good quality self-tanning product and the technique that I'm going to show you, you can literally go 7 to 10 days and have a really soft, pretty glow. So what I want to tell you about my self-tanning routine is that first and foremost, it is a nighttime self-tanning routine. I do not self-tan during the day, meaning I don't take a shower in the morning and put a self-tanner on and then go about my day. I have done that in the past. I have tried that type of routine every which way a bajillion times, and it never, ever works. There are self-tanning products out there that say all kinds of things on the labels like, put this tanner on, let it dry down, put your clothes on, and then go about your day, and voila, everything's fine. Absolutely not. I always end up getting streaks from either water hitting my skin or from my clothes. Because as you go about your day, you're going to do things that may get your hands and arms wet. Say, wash your hands after you go to the restroom, right? Or you're in your house, you're in your bathroom, your kitchen, whatever. Water can splash onto your skin. And if it happens within the first 8 hours of a self-tanning application, you're going to get streaks. And say, for example, you're driving a car or you're in the office or whatever it is you're doing, the clothes you're wearing can cause weird streaks on them, especially if you are sitting or doing a lot of walking, all that. So basically, don't put your self-tanner on in the morning, get dressed, and then go about your day. 9 times out of 10, you're going to end up getting streaks. You're not going to get the results you want. And then you're going to think that self-tanning isn't for you, that it's too much of a hassle, and you're just going to give up. That nighttime self-tanning routine is actually the key to making it more simplified because it doesn't take a lot of energy to execute. You can literally do it about 30 minutes or so before you go to bed. And you don't have to worry about streaking or it taking too long. It doesn't have to take over your life. This is so easy. That's why I love self-tanning at night. Let's talk about the actual routine itself. And I want you to think about it as 1, 2, 3, 3 steps, okay? The first step of your self-tanning routine is going to be the prep phase. This is things that you're doing to your skin to ensure that the tan is going to really apply beautifully and last as long as possible. So the first thing you're going to want to do is to apply the tan on clean skin. We have to take a shower. And when you're in the shower, you're going to wash your skin thoroughly and do a light body exfoliation all over the body, whether you have one of those poofy, soapy scrubbers in the shower, or you have a loofah or a soft washcloth, or you might even have a dedicated body scrub. And you want to pay extra attention to areas that tend to be a little rougher and a little bit drier on our body, like our elbows, our knees, our hands, our feet. This is stuff you've heard, obviously. You want your body to be clean, soft, and exfoliated so it will really be receptive to that self-tanner color. Now, the second part of the prep phase that I'm going to talk about is probably something that you haven't heard before, and I want you to pay really close attention. And if you've watched self-tanning videos here on YouTube, you will hear 90% of the people in these videos tell you that when you get out of the shower, apply your self-tanner on clean, dry skin. I absolutely do not prescribe to that advice, not at all. I shower, exfoliate, and then as part of my self-tanning prep routine, I thoroughly moisturize and hydrate my body. And I am talking with a thick lotion or a cream. I hydrate all over my body, every inch. And then I also add body oil to the mix. And this is 100% the most important step that you absolutely cannot skip. I'm here to tell you, I don't care what the label of whatever self-tanning product you are using says. And I know they all say the same thing. They all say apply the tanner on clean, dry skin. But that is not going to get you the best results. If you moisturize your skin thoroughly, a lotion or a cream and oil, if you do that, if you're thoroughly hydrated and moisturized, that is going to go the extra mile to make sure that your tan really looks beautiful and lasts a long time. If you apply on dry skin, the tanner is going to fade sooner and it's going to fade patchy. And I know this is counterintuitive to this, this advice that we've been given all along about putting tanner on clean, dry skin. I'm telling you, moisturize your skin with a heavy cream and an oil before you self-tan. It is going to make all the difference. And I want you just to try it. Just try it one time and you will see what I am talking about. You want to let these products dry down for at least 20 to 30 minutes. Your skin really has to soak up all that goodness, and you don't want to apply your self-tanner too soon. This hydration, this oil, this cream, all this stuff you're putting on is not going to interfere with the tanner's ability to work and absorb into the skin. I just want to tell you that. This is actually going to be the biggest difference, and it's going to make everything last so much longer and look so much better. You have to trust me on this. And with my self-tanning routine, as I go through the steps and you see what I do to apply and maintain, your skin is going to be so much more softer and hydrated as the days and weeks go on, and the tan is going to fade and wear better and better over time. And then you're going to thank me, and that's why I'm here. But seriously, just remember, moisturize before you put on that self-tanner, okay? And let it dry down for a good 20 to 30 minutes minimum. A lot of times what I do on a night when I'm going to be self-tanning is I'll take an early shower after dinner, say 6:30, shower, exfoliate, do my body hydration with my cream and my oil, and I'll wait like a good 2 to 3 hours, and then I'll go ahead and do the actual self-tanner application about a half hour before bed. That way, this isn't taking up too much time and it's super easy to just go through all the steps. So whether you waited a minimum of 20 to 30 minutes or you're doing what I do and you take that early shower, you hydrate, you do your oil, and then you wait a few hours, now you're on step 2, which is the actual self-tanning application. Now for this part of the routine, you're gonna need at least 20 to 30 minutes, probably closer to 30 if you're newer to self-tanning and to my routine. As you get better and you do it more and more, it'll take less and less time. The first thing you want is a really good self-tanning mitt. Don't mind this one. It's a little bit dark from my self-tanning application a couple of nights ago, but you want to get a really soft tanning mitt like this. I like the ones that are soft in like this velour material. This one, pretty much everyone makes these soft tanning velour mitts now. They're usually anywhere from $5 to $10. They're super easy to find. Again, I have been self-tanning for close to 30 years. And of all the products and all the different types of self-tanners out there that I have used, my number one favorite are mousses. I absolutely love mousses. 2 of my favorites that I have been using lately, this one from Saint Tropez. This is their Luxe Whipped Cream Mousse. This one is absolutely fantastic. It's about, I would say, a medium to a dark type of glow, and it's very hydrating. And then my second favorite that I've been loving lately, this is the Pita Jane Dark Tanning Mousse. I got this one off Amazon for about $40, and I know you can get Saint Tropez anywhere from $30 to $40. I would just say experiment, find a mousse that you like. I have heard a lot of really good things about Bondi Sand mousse, and I've seen those all over places like Walmart, Target, CVS, Walgreens. That is a really good drugstore brand that I've heard talked about a lot. I personally don't have any experience with Bondi Sands, but I've read the Amazon reviews and they're actually really good. The reason I like mousse self-tanner is because mousse dries fairly quickly, but not so quickly that I can't spread it the way that I want to. I like to do a tinted mousse because I can literally see where I'm going with the product to get a nice, even application. I would recommend, if you want your self-tanner to last anywhere from 7 to 10 days, even if you're a fair skin, I would not buy any mousse that is for fair or light skin. I would definitely go for either the medium dark to dark. That way you're going to get the most color payoff in one application, and it's going to last a lot longer for you, especially if you're fair. Like I am probably day 3, I want to say, of using the Petra Jane Dark Tanning Mousse, and I'm still really loving the color payoff. And I'll probably redo everything in about 5 to 6 days. So, just basically go for like a medium dark to dark tanning mousse with a color guide so that you actually know what you're doing. And when I say color guide, when it comes out, it's not a white clear foam. It's like a foam that is brown that you can actually see where you're spreading it. So when you're doing your self-tanner, what you want to do with your mitt is you want to dispense about the size of an egg. And you want to do one arm, one leg at a time. Don't go all willy-nilly, like all over, because then you lose track of what you're doing. You always want to go in long upward strokes. What I like to do, especially on the arms, is I really avoid going over the elbows and the wrist and hands. I try to concentrate on the long parts of my arm here, like on the front, on the side, on the back, all that. And I keep going up and up. So remember, long strokes. And then that way, all of the tanner is getting onto the larger areas, like the flat areas of your arm. And then what's left over on the mitt, then you can go over on the elbow there and go just up to the wrist. Don't do your hands with the mitt. I'm going to talk to you about how to do places on your body like the hands and the feet in a little bit. But for now, long strokes up on the arms, go up and around the shoulders. And then the same thing for your leg. Start at your ankles, working up long strokes. Avoid your knees. do your knees like how you would apply for the elbows. Just the least amount of tan is going to be on that mitt. And then at the very end, you can lightly go over your knees. You're doing your elbows and your knees last in a self-tanning routine because those areas tend to be drier and they hold on to more color than the rest of our skin on our arms and legs. Okay, so you've done your arms and legs. Now, how about your back? I have tried so many different things for my back, from getting someone to help me to some of these actual back applicators. But what I really like to do is take something super simple like a back brush like this. And literally all you do is you put your self-tanning mitt on the brush itself and get yourself just like a little hair tie to just secure this part. And then you basically just do your back. And again, long sweeping motions, just go from like as far down as you can go and then stroke up. And then as far down as you can go, stroke up. And that's how you do your back, especially if you don't have someone there to help you. Now, as far as self-tanning your face goes, I usually don't self-tan my face because I just put bronzer and my makeup on and I just try to catch up my face to my body. But if you want to try to self-tan your face and see how you like it, all you'll need is either the actual mousse that you used for your body, which is totally fine, or you can get a dedicated self-tanning product. I really love this one from Saint Tropez. It's the Luxe Tan Tonic Glow Drops. These are really pretty. It gives just like a soft glow to the face. And what I would say is, okay, let's go the route if you were going to use your mousse that you used on your body for your face. That is totally fine. All you need is a synthetic foundation brush, something that's really soft. You don't want animal hair for this. You want something that is synthetic, that was designed to be used with foundation, and something that's big and fluffy. And basically you would just put your mousse on your brush. I would put about maybe the size of a dime to start, and then you would dot your face and then basically just buff it in. You don't need a lot. And again, a mousse is totally fine. If you want to do self-tanning drops, like something like this, these products that are super popular for the face, you would apply this just like skincare. Either way, if you are going to self-tan your face, what I would suggest to you is, just as I'm telling you to make sure that your body is completely hydrated and moisturized and oiled up, same thing for your face. So wash your face, do your skincare, do your serums, your night creams, whatever you're doing, wait a bit, and then go ahead and apply the self-tanner. It's going to make sure that it is a really soft, pretty glow. And don't worry about your skincare interfering with the tanner's ability to take hold and develop. It will be fine, just like it is on your body. Now, moving on to your hands and your feet. And I don't really like to use the velour mitt with hands and feet. I really find that it's just not a detailed application. I just don't feel like I have control. That's where, again, this foundation brush comes into play. So basically take that foundation brush, about a dime to a quarter size amount of the self-tanner, and just basically buff it into your hand. You want to open up the hand and kind of buff in between, all around. Make sure that everything is evenly covered. Same thing with your feet. This will give you much more precision and much more control. And you can see exactly where you're putting the color, especially if it is a tinted mousse. That's why I love these tinted mousses. So at this point in your nighttime self-tanning application, you've applied your self-tanner all over on your face if you wanted to, your body, your hands, and your feet. And now what I recommend for you to do is wait about 5 minutes or so and then get yourself a dark, super soft washcloth. I have this little doohickey here. This is like a little tanning buffer mitt from Saint Tropez, but if you have a soft, dark washcloth, it'll be exactly the same. But what you want to do is go over the areas of your body that tend to grab onto color. And if there is going to be some type of streaking, it will probably be in those areas. And that means your hands, the tops of your feet, your elbows, and your knees. So what you're doing with this washcloth or this little buffer is you're basically just buffing everything. You're like almost erasing the mistakes before they happen. And this is another really cool, crucial step that a lot of people don't talk about. It's just going really lightly over elbows and knees with this. It makes a really big difference. So you've applied your tanner, you have taken your washcloth or your little buffer, and you've gone over those rougher areas of your body to remove excess tanner on those areas. And now what you're going to do is the step that will just make it so much easier for you to go straight to bed and not worry. I know so many of us, if we are self-tanning, we walk around like a zombie or like naked, or like we'll stand in front of an air conditioning vent or like a fan or something because we want to dry our skin. That's why I really love mousses over all other formulas, because they tend to dry super quick. So they're not sticky. But this next step I'm going to tell you is going to eliminate that. And what you're going to want to do is get yourself a really nice body powder and either a big, fluffy body type of makeup brush or a soft powder puff. And what you're going to do with this body powder and this puff or a big fluffy brush like this is you are going to apply the body powder on your arms, on your chest and neck, behind your knees, on your legs, anywhere you feel a little sticky. And what that is going to do is that it's going to take down any remaining tackiness from the self-tanner. And your skin is going to feel so much more comfortable so that you feel that you could just put your clothes on and go straight to bed. So we've applied our self-tanner in the evening, we've gone to bed, and now this is the morning after. So what you're going to do the next day is you're going to do a quick rinse off shower. This is because you want to rinse off that guide color. These mousses that I'm recommending for you are tinted and they have a guide color. So when you wake up, you're not going to look as dark as you think you are going to look when you first look in the mirror. When you get in the shower and you rinse off that guide color, that is going to be the true color result. Now, when you get in the shower, obviously you're not going to want to scrub at your skin. I mean, if you want to wash, say, any parts like your armpits, your feet, whatever, have at it. But basically for the rest of your body, you don't have to use soap. You did the whole shower thing the night before. You're just basically rinsing the guide color off of your arms, legs, and all over your body. Then when you get out of the shower, that is when you are going to hydrate and you are going to moisturize just like you did the night before. Get your lotion, get your cream, get your oil, and hydrate the heck out of your skin, because that is going to be the key in making sure that tanner, everything that you went through the night before, that beautiful result that you now have, this is going to ensure that it really lasts for you. If you're going to be in the sun that next day, obviously I would recommend your SPF. One of my favorites is from Eucerin. I will pop a picture in here somewhere. It is one of the only body products I've found that actually feels like a regular body lotion and not a sticky sunscreen. It's an SPF 30 and it's basically like skincare with an SPF in it. So I feel hydrated, I don't feel sticky, and I'm maintaining my tan. Now, what if you wake up the next day and you've showered, the guide color's off, you're hydrated, and you're thinking, I maybe want to go a little bit darker? Then all you would do is repeat all of the steps that you just did last night one more time. But that's only if you want to go darker. If you like the result that you've gotten that morning after your shower and after you've hydrated, perfect. Then you're in the perfect position to go into the step 3, which is the maintenance. But again, you want to go darker, just go ahead and do everything that you did with that nighttime tan application one more time. So now we're in step 3, the maintenance phase. And this phase is all about keeping up with your moisture. So basically, you're going to make sure that you are hydrating your skin with a great lotion, cream, and oil every single day. That is what is going to keep your tan going 7 to 10 days. Now, if you want everything to go out all the way to 10 days, but you don't want to apply more self-tanner, then your tan is probably going to fade. Probably around day 8 or 9, you'll really start noticing that it's really starting to fade, but it's not going to fade patchy, which is really nice. It's just going to be like a soft glow that gradually gets lighter and lighter. Now, if you like the color that you're at after you take that shower and the guide color comes off and you want to maintain that, my favorite way to do this is to get a gradual lotion. This is the Saint Tropez Daily Tinted, and this one's really nice because, again, this one has a guide color, so you can really see what you're doing. But because it has a guide color, I don't recommend using it during the day. So I don't know if you're a morning shower person or if you're a night shower person. But if you're in maintenance mode, what you want to do is, if you're a morning shower person, take your shower, do whatever you're doing, hydrate all over. That's going to really help in maintaining the tan. And then at night before you go to bed, just apply tinted gradual tanner like this all over your body. And that's going to really keep the tan looking really soft and glowy. And it's not going to fade patchy, which is going to be really nice. If you decide to top up with a gradual tanner like this, you don't have to do it every single night. I would say every 2 to 3 nights, especially if you want to keep like a really, really perfect glow, like how it looked that day, like right after you did it. If you don't want to bother with that and you just want to maintain a glow and just moisturize every day, then you'll probably have to redo everything by day 7. If you use a top-up gradual tanner like this, you'll probably have to redo everything probably around day 10. And when I am maintaining color with a gradual self-tanner like this, I maybe apply it twice in a 10-day period. So I don't really go overboard with it. I just like to keep everything as easy as possible. And that's what this self-tanning routine is all about, just keeping it super easy. So there you have it. It's just the 3 parts. Remember, it's prepping your skin properly, it's applying it properly the night of, and what to do the morning after, and it is how to maintain. And if anything stuck out at you from this video, one of the main things is hydrating your skin with a thick lotion, thick cream, and an oil prior to applying the self-tanner. That is really the key to this routine, and it really is going to make a huge difference. I guarantee it. Again, remember, hydrating every single day with the lotions and the cream and the oil. That's also going to really maintain the color. My color really does not fade patchy at all, ever. And the biggest thing that I changed was hydrating and really greasing up before I applied that mousse self-tanner. And it flew in the face of everything that they always tell you. You'll go to self-tanning booths and you'll watch other YouTubers or you'll read articles and they all say, apply it to dry skin, apply it to dry skin. And then when they talk about maintaining the tan, they'll say stuff like, don't use anything with oil on it because that'll fade and break up your tan. And that is absolutely not true. If anything, it makes the color last so much longer. And the only thing that I can think of as to why they give that advice is because it'll fade a lot quicker and more patchy, and you'll just end up using more product quicker. Again, I don't know. It doesn't really make sense to me. Honestly, making sure my skin was really hydrated the same day I'm applying the tanner, that's what really did it for me. Made this whole routine super easy. Oh, one of the things I forgot to tell you, make sure that you are wearing loose clothing when you go to sleep, a big, like extra large, soft t-shirt, something that you don't mind getting any self-tanning guide color on. If you're doing your legs, just make sure that you've got maybe some dark, flowy PJs. You don't want anything tight. You don't want anything constricting, nothing, say yoga pants or something. You want just to be flowy so that you don't get any types of creases. But the talc powder, that really goes a long way too in preventing streaks because it gives like extra assurance that everything is dried down and like it's not going to move. So I hope you liked this video. I hope it makes a difference in your self-tanning routine. I'm going to list everything in the description, everything that I use. Just make sure you've got the basics, right? You need your tanning mitt, you need a big fluffy makeup brush, you need your powder, you need a good mousse, all that good stuff. Maybe you'll try this routine. Maybe tonight, maybe sometime this week, and you'll put your lotion and your cream on before you do your tanner, and you'll see what a huge difference it makes. Let me know in the comments below if it worked for you or if you have any questions about the routine. Let me know about what other types of videos you want to see on the channel. I hope you have a wonderful week. God bless you. Hope you have a beautiful, lovely tan. I'll see you soon. Bye.